be hyper aware of human bias. And I think we all understand this. Like, we all have our own bias. But I love people, don't get me wrong, but you have to know we are inherently selfish creatures. Like, we're always thinking in our best interest. And whatever situation you're in, socially or professionally, you should always be aware of someone's leverage in a situation and what they get out of it. You notice people's belief systems are engineered to produce them the most resources and the most validation and to get them as highest on top of the hierarchy that they can. This is why people's belief systems best serve them. Human beings are just engineered in that way. This is why in contracts you have to be super specific with the language. This is why in professionalism you have to be really specific because people will misconstrue words to better suit their own needs or agenda. This is a constant throughout human beings, and it's not a good or bad thing. It just is. In my opinion, I think you should be kind. I think you should be giving to everyone, but you have to acknowledge the reality that it is a tactic at the end of the day to acquire resources or gain favor. So why am I saying all this? Why am I like going through all this? Well, it's something I've realized as I've gone through life and I've explored different schools of thought, maybe different paradigms, maybe different ways of doing things. People want to feel like they lived life correctly. They want to feel like every decision they made was the best decision they could have made. So let's say you have someone 40, 50 in the workplace, and then you got a young guy like me coming along who has maybe a different view about things, and they'll immediately reject it because really think about what I'm saying here. This is very, very important. If you had a certain roadmap, if you had a map, you lived through life, right? And you followed this map and you believed in this map. And then 40, 50 years later, someone comes along and tells you, hey, that map you invested all your time and suffering and pain and doubts and fear you're into, it wasn't like updated right. It's actually completely wrong. Can you imagine what like deep level identity pain that would be? People fight their entire lives to run away from that feeling. So I found it very, very interesting. When I started going to the gym when I was, man, I was young. I was a kid in college. I want to say like 18, 19 or something like that. And I was so excited. I would tell everyone around me. And I remember I would tell my mom. And my mom would say, "Oh, you don't have to do that. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to go. You don't have to go." Dude, I was fat. Yes, yes, I did have to go to the gym, and I was confused. I'm like, why aren't you happy for me? Why aren't you celebrating this more? I couldn't understand. I was young at the time, and then I realized in my mid 20s, you have to be very, very careful, especially with your close friends and family. The one like everyone understands crabs in a bucket dragging you down. We all understand that, and haters and all that. But be very, very pay very, very close attention to your friends and family because they want to see you in a certain way. Maybe they have a better self-image by perceiving you as inferior to them. This is something I constantly deal with my own life. And every time I go up a level, there's always some pissed off friend I left in the backside who thought they were better than me. And then when I surpass them, they're not happy, but they're not happy about it. But more often than not, it's going to come from family. It is going to come from family because think about what I just said. That roadmap must be justified at all times. They want to feel like they lived their life correctly. No one wants to feel like their entire life was a lie or they were misled or they were misinformed about things. They want to feel like they're winning. Everyone wants to feel like they're correct. So if you tell someone some good news, pay very close attention to their answers. They're like, "Is it a scam? Is it a scam? It's a scam, right?" I still can't figure that one out. Like after all this time, I still can't figure that out. But they often say things. Oh no, you're great the way you are. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do anything. Do things because you want to do them. And once you start doing things you want to do, you'll quickly find out who's actually in your corner.